Hey YouTube, just a bit of PT advice on my part. If you can't afford weights, these milk jugs, fill them with water. It's about 8 pounds. Doesn't seem like much unless you decide to hold them out like this. Now, it doesn't seem like it's hard to do, but you take this and hold out to your side. If you're just not counting, you're going to drop the gallon pretty much in no time if you've never done this type of training before. But what you can do to kind of get a motion on it and start getting to longer and longer periods is sing a verse from a song. In this case, I'll do 16 tons first verse. Some people say a man is made out of mud. A poor man's made from muscle and blood. Muscle and blood and skin and bone. A mind that's weak and a back that's strong. You load 16 tons. What do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I haul my soul to the company store. Now, like I said, that's just one verse. Now, you can start with a pretty simple song like that and go 1 verse, 2 verse, 3 verse, 4 verse until you've done the whole song. Or you can start listening to different types of music. Classical music, you can listen to one movement at a time of like a Mozart thing. Now granted, some movements are only like 40, 50 seconds. Then there are other songs of Mozart and Beethoven that have movements ranging of 10, 15 minutes. Now, if you want to try doing that, a lot of people these days watching YouTube, obviously, you can go watch a Tay video, or even a Sunday video, or a Jacksepticeye, Markiplier, PewDiePie. Even some of the smaller YouTubers, Resident Billy, that's one I watch. There's also a Yummy Mash, kind of a medium YouTuber. He's known, but not as well known as, say, Markiplier or some of the YouTubers he actually plays with. Then there's also RPG Minx, or Manga Minx, depending how long you've been part of her subscriber base. Now, like I said, you can go watch one of their videos, watch a vlog, have something on in the background that you can kind of listen to, and your arms will still get the same amount of exercise, but it'll feel easier if you're not spending energy doing something. Now, you can also sing to yourself, which sets your mind on what's up here, not what's over here. And it makes it a little bit easier, but if you're talking and trying to explain about it, it can make it pretty difficult to do just simple weight trainings. There's of course this, allows you to go from here, lift up, overhead, and pull down, then repeat process. There's holding them out like this. Like this. Fair warning, doing like this is likely to destroy the handle of the gallon faster, where you start getting water leaking, and you can't use the gallon for as long. Where this is more relaxed on the gallon, and it might mess up your thumb joint, which is why you have to actually switch to this every once in a while. But yeah, I mean, if you don't have the money for weights, or if you're trying to save up money for more important things than weights, and you still want to try getting a good workout, just don't throw away your milk gallons. Rinse them out, fill them with water. They're pretty good weights, all things considered. And if you're like me, you have some poles just lying around, and you can actually fit them through the gallons, like so, and bammo. You have a weightlifting bar. Now this is like 17 pounds if you add the weight of the bar and the gallons along to the water. So it's not that heavy. I could probably do freaking 100, 200 of these. But the weight builds up over time, and if you got 4 or 5, even 6 gallons, this thing could hold 6 gallons on. It'd be sitting there like this, and it'd be really bad for our muscles, but it does hold 6. Ranging from all the way down there to all the way up there. But there's also using it as a dumbbell, opposed to a barbell. and a 16-pound dumbbell of dead weight water that likes to shift around, that can be hard to control and actually better for your muscles training. Now, I don't think there's a lot of people out there like me that have just a bunch of random stabs lying around. So if you don't have those, then stick to that. Just hold it out, and you can try counting, but something I learned a long time ago is if you are consciously knowing the number of how long you've been doing something or how many you've done something, your body realizes how much work it's put into it. So instead of counting 1, 2, 3, 4 all the way up to 99, 100 when doing sit-ups, you might try counting to 10 and then starting over. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and just keep a mental track of how many 10s you've counted. At that point, you get 10-1, 10-2, 10-3, 10-4, 10-5. It doesn't register as much as saying 99, 100, 101, 102. That can leave a mental note in your mind letting it know how much work it's done. Now, your body still gets the same amount of work. It's just, it feels like it's easier. It's not, but it feels like it is. And you'll be able to get more work put into the workout, get more calories burned, everything. Another trick you might try is if you're running. First of all, you gotta stay hydrated. Keep a Powerade with you, or Gatorade, or something that has electrolytes, or some form of sodium or something to replenish what you lose when you're running. I usually have a 32 ounce Powerade with me. One of these. I think it's a 32. Yeah, 32 ounce. I usually have one of those with me when I'm running. But you can also carry just like a liter of water or something. Something like this. Something to replenish the water you've lost. You can add salt, you can add sugars. You can even throw in like a Kool-Aid packet and add salt and sugar to it. And you're replacing the sodium, you're replacing the different things your body is losing in sweat. Now there are also electrolyte packets you can put into water and whatnot that have no flavor, which is why I said you can get a Kool-Aid packet which will flavor it, as well as adding the salt, the sugar, the electrolyte packets, anything that normally can be added. Back in Texas, umpteen years ago, by that I mean like 6 years, when I did runs, which was rare back then, I would put like the peach tea packets into my water along with the salt, sugar, electrolyte, whatever, because I like the taste of tea. Now, like I said, this varies from person to person. I know a friend of mine who's training in the Japanese Defense Force, that their sergeant has told them to actually brew a gallon of tea every 3 days. And to go with a third of a gallon container, they give them like this algae ball, it's a third of a gallon, and to pour these different electrolyte, sugar cubes, salt licks, and different things into the bottle, shake them up while they're still boiling, and put them in the freezer, and grab those in the morning. The freezer is set to a temperature that doesn't actually freeze the ice, but it rather gets it super cooled. So it's just a really nice ice-cold liquid that they jog with. I don't know if it's standard for that. I imagine not. It's just my friend works inside of a small platoon that does that. There's also a friend of mine over inside Moscow. He does personal training. He actually is a personal trainer. He has 3 or 4 clients, if I remember correctly. But his thing is he'll just get a salt lick like what they used to use inside football back in the 80s or 70s. Not 80s or 70s, back before Gatorade. They had salt licks. So he gets one of those and dissolves it and puts it into the training water, as well as different things. Each person has their own thing, they each have their own preferred flavors, everything. Off of the topic of rehydrating. But, this started off with me trying to give a tip on jogging. What you might try is the first day, just aim to jog for 30-40 seconds. The next day, double it. The next day, add another 30. Then the next day, maybe add another 15. And basically strive for starting the week at 30 seconds and ending with about 3 minutes if you're doing everyday jogs. If you're doing breaks between the jogs, then aim for, at the beginning of the month, 30 seconds. By the end of the month, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. It depends on how you're doing your training. And if you can get to 4 minutes of jogging by the end of the month, then the next month, try jogging an entire mile. See how close do you get to a whole mile. If you don't get very close, then just strive to be able to jog a mile by the end of that month. That is difficult to do, all things considered, but you keep this sort of process up, eventually you get to the point where you can run a mile non-stop. Now, I would be trying that myself, except, like I said, with the weather as weird as it is right now. Like right now, it looks pretty nice outside. But my AccuWeather thing here is telling me it's in the 40s. Can't exactly jog in the 40s. I'm from Texas. My body isn't accustomed to it, even if I've been living up here for 3 years. I didn't start jogging until this past year. A bad idea on my part. Now, jogging and weightlifting aside, crunches, actually keeping weightlifting an idea, doing crunches / sit-ups or squats or anything weightlifting, like I said, do small increment numbers. Keep in mind how many you want to be able to do. And do the math and go, okay, so I want to be able to do 120 sit-ups. Using increments of 15, that's 8 times that. So when you get to 15, take like a minute break, and then do another 15, take like a 30-second break, then do another 15, take a 10-second break, then do another 15, have a 5-second, and then push out the last 60, and by counting to 15, and then starting at 1 again. It sounds weird, sounds stupid, but it works. And that's how I was able to get to the point where I could do 100 sit-ups in a row. Is that I would go, okay, I want to be able to get to 100, so let's do increments of 20. The push-ups, I will have a full update video on my One Punch Man training on Wednesday. So, not tomorrow, but the next day. I will have the same setup. I will do the squats. I will do the sit-ups. Actually, I don't think I need to do this because in my last update video, I actually did the 100 squats and sit-ups in the video. So you know I can do that. So instead, I'm not going to vlog the sit-ups or the squats in that one. But instead, I'm just going to straight up do the push-ups in that one to show you before I could only do 25, and now I can do like 40 or 50. Now, granted, it's not as fast of progress as I want, but it's better than I expected, all things considered. Funny thing is, I'm looking like right here-ish on the screen, where my face is, but because of how this camera is situated, it looks like I'm looking directly here. Yeah, and this is day like 9, No Shade November. It's like 3 times this length, give or take. This hair right here be down to here. My little scruff here, it curls. My hair actually can grow straight, but likes to curl. Don't know why. So my hair is about that long. I'm gonna pull it out. So the padding will probably be about to here by the end of the month. Be able to pull it out to about here. I don't know. I will be doing the vlog on November 30th with like this side completely clean shaven and this side not shaved. just for a funny little thing. So be expecting that. The vlog I did yesterday in photo negative, that was to mark the 1 month milestone, as it says in the description there. So I'm thinking on New Year's I can do something else. Don't know. But let's see. Those of you who see this before Friday, why not in the description, why not inside the comments, suggest a song. I can try learning it and try playing it for Friday. Keep in mind, I don't have many songs I have the sheet music to. I will probably post a full list of the songs I have on the next music video, as I think the description allows you to do a pretty long description. I'll just do the song list with the artist, and that's what the sheet music I have. I have granted like 300 songs that I can try learning. Some are inside of a classic songbook, some are inside of something else. But, good God, yeah, that says 16 right there. If you're wondering, my clock's right here, and I can't see that against the white of my ceiling. So, yeah. I didn't realize I was already talking for 17 minutes, though. I'm sorry if you got bored. Thank you to those who actually stuck around and watched this cacophony of bullcrap. This is Call of Exodus, signing off. Later, YouTube.